Hi, diddly dee, ladies and gentlemen. DreadBC back again with a video that is, it was one that I planned out earlier today, actually. And when I say planned out, I mean I developed the idea for this earlier today. And to the best of my ability, I think I've built something that's okay. It's not perfect. It's Naya, it's Ramp, and it's okay. You know, it works. I've had a couple of games where it has done its job. It's done what it's supposed to do. The main thing being, of course, to get creatures out as quickly and efficiently as possible while sort of leaving yourself less trounceable by early aggro. The biggest issue that I've come into so far is the typical control decks that run a lot of counter spells, because the only thing that gets around those is Carnage Tyrants. And if you're playing against blue-black, odds are they can allow you to keep the Carnage Tyrant and then kill it later on with by making you sacrifice it. So that's the hardest so far. The aggro decks that I've played aren't terribly problematic. The Drake decks generally get kind of a slow start, so if you have a couple of ramp spells in hand, they don't tend to cause as much of a fuss for you. As long as you can land a Carnage Tyrant, it's kind of hard for them to deal with it anyway. I mean, they can block and kill it, but once you've got that mana base where you're casting Carnage Tyrant, other terrible things are happening. Our creatures are usually going to be better than theirs, and now that we're running, you know, the Clarion, they can't keep their Electromancers around as long to just dump spells into their graveyard, so that kind of slows them down early on. But it's not perfect. I have to tweak it. I have to figure out what needs to change. Oh, yeah. The ramp. This is actually kind of important. I'm running Guildgates on purpose, because when you're running Circuitous Route, this is the best fixing that's been printed in forever. Since it's coming into play tapped anyway, it's the perfect opportunity to run Guildgates. You don't want to draw too many of them, that being said, so I just put 2 of each in there. I needed as much fixing as I could get, so I have run all of my rares and 2 of each Guildgate. So it has won a few games, and the ones that it did win, it won very well. The ones that it lost very horribly. So we're gonna see if we can do what it says here, and that is to curve out. The best one I've had so far had turn 2 ramp spell revealing Carnage Tyrant, turn 3 Circuitous Route, turn 4 Carnage Tyrant, and then turn 5 it was a Clarion giving my Tyrant lifelink. So it was pretty much over at that point. We're going to keep this. We've got a 4, 5, and a 6. Hopefully between now and those and then we'll be able to draw 1 ramp spell, please. I've only got like 8 in there. 8 ramp spells, Bob. Opponent mulls to 5, and I lag again. Gotta figure out what's causing this. Maybe restart. Look at that. We've got all our colors. This is just consistent. But we're going to start with green. We're not going to let them know that we are Naya. Get out of here. Vicious Rumors. Discard a card. I think Indrik is probably the easiest to get rid of. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If we mix this discard again, we're going to go with Unsealing. I love it, but not as much as I love Carnage and Vivien Reid. Ooh, that's even better. Do I run that out on 4? Make him spend a whole turn? Because I'm not going to do anything on turn 5 but play Vivien Reid anyway. So I think we do Unsealing this turn since he's black-white. He's not doing anything about it. Unlikely he's doing anything about it. If he wants to tap out next turn and play a Conclave or Ixalan's Binding, fine by me. You got an instant? Okay, I was about to say, you could be running Demystify. I could be wrong. Could just be reading the card. I think he's going to get rid of it, though. I don't think he likes it very much. He's not doing much of anything, though, so... We're missing lands, so we're going to do this now. If he wants to respond to that, he's welcome to. And this is where we go and get one of each of these. We are officially Naya fixed, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice to know he's just going to do nothing, just stone cold nothing this whole time. Once again, nice little lag spike. Okay, Ferox for the face. He's totally killable. But you gotta spend the whole turn to do it. Or, I guess you could do it end of turn. In turn. If he doesn't die, next turn Vivien Reid or Carnage Tyrant. Probably want to go ahead and just push out the Carnage Tyrant. I hope he plays a creature. Lag again. I'm going to point it out, because I want to annoy y'all with it as much as it annoys me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did not even think that he was going to have those, but... That's not a problem, I don't think. Next, oh yeah, combat. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's do this. Get in for 6. Let's play Vivien. Oh yeah, that's right. Can't do that. We will use the ability that he's now that he's tapped out. Play Vivien. +1.
The wilds are my shield.
I think we'll take a land. We'll take I don't think it matters. We'll just take the green-white. If he's got a Vraska's Contempt, that's fine. We weren't doing anything else that turn. Okay. Spending his whole turn to get rid of this guy. Okay. Perfectly fine with this. Oh, is that the best you can do? Look at the top.
Come to me.
Okay. We're digging, because that was a bunch of nothing that we were digging there, or we were drawing there. Inner tapped. Carnage Tyrant. And pass turn. He's at 11. We have 8 mana sources in play. We can Banefire for 7. Which means if he doesn't make us sacrifice this now, game is over. Okay. Well, that doesn't help us. Yeah, I guess we'll resolve it. I will take that action. Oh my god, it's gonna irritate me. We'll get our only planes. Dig.
Meet my newest friend.
And find again no creatures. What do you know? Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we can do 9 damage to him. We'll play this, because this is going to go to face if we dig again. And I think that's going to be it. That can only hit opponents. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that. Alright. If he spends another turn getting rid of Sarkhan's Unsealing, I am totally fine with it. Millstone. This is strange. I am thoroughly confused. Okay. Good turn, opponent.
You can't stop nature.
I was about to say, we can't miss forever, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ghalta comes in next turn. 4 to face. Banefire the turn after. Not to mention Vivien's going to ultimate unless I just keep digging. I think that's the plan. We don't want to show him the Banefire now, because then all he has to do is gain life. No clue what this guy is doing, but this is going to hurt him really bad. Please let me cast this damn spell. 4 to everything. I don't even have to pick on this one. Yeah, this game is over. Because he cannot kill me this turn. Promise. We'll just go ahead and alternate now, so we know for a fact that even if he does wipe the board, they're staying.
See the look on your face right now.
Play our land. Pass the turn. I don't know what this deck was doing, but it didn't do much of it. Okay. Mills 2 more. Oh, he got rid of another Carnage Tyrant? That's some nonsense. He's probably got Settled the Wreckage, which is why he's more than likely not too worried right now. Oh, this is definitely Settle the Wreckage. I'm going to let him think he's won. Okay. Take action. Just wanted to get more lands in. We will wish him a good game. We will do this for 11. Just to establish dominance. And wish him the best of days. So, as it turns out, when a player doesn't have a ton of interaction, it's pretty good. Vivien Reid was the all-star there. Absolute all-star for letting us dig, dig, dig. As it turns out, that's the main reason she's even in this deck. I mean, there are plenty of spells out there that cost you a card and say, look at the top 5, put a creature or land in your hand. But, oh, God, I hate running those spells if I can avoid it because it costs you 1 and it doesn't always guarantee anything. I mean, there have been times when it's just missed. Hetgurd, opponent. We'll try it. I'm not sold on it. With nothing until turn 4. Yeah, see? Easy win. That was a real easy win for us. Of course, the opponent did mulligan to 5, and I have done that. I mean, when you're in the quick plays, there's no reason to force yourself to play a game like this. It doesn't cost you anything to just start another one. Alright, hey, rewarded us with a Hellkite crap. That is completely and utterly unplayable. That's not even a high pick in limited. It's decent, but it's not great. Ariok. Sun's champion. Okay. We don't have a search to get our white mana, but we do have the main meat and 2 veg, which is red-green. Oh, we don't need the white mana. I realized, I thought for some reason that was the Gruul Guildgate that's not even in standard right now. So if this is a heavy aggro deck, sometimes those Liliana players play a lot of stuff. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Clarion is going to get in there quite clearly. I could Banefire for 1. Nah, we'll save it. If this is actual merfolk, which it looks like it is, they have a hard time dealing with creatures. Most of them. They just try to swarm out. Okay. Next turn we play Unsealing. Hope we freaking draw something other than Goreclaw, because Goreclaw is not going to win this game. Alright, we got a Clarion this turn, because things are going to get too big here. Let's Start that now. Do both. Always do both. Saigadai. Land. Ho. Pass. Now we've got response to deal 5 damage to a big old creature, just in the event that they try to. What you got? I'm still going to play Goreclaw next turn, because one creature is probably not going to be a huge issue. Yeah, okay. So we can deal with that. Or no, I'm sorry, not Goreclaw. We're going to play Sarkhan so we can at least 2 for 1. Yeah, it's a good idea. He'll swing for... Nope. This is an even better idea. Sorry. Another way to 2 for 1 while we're just waiting to draw what we need. Deep Root. Oh, that's a problem. That is a fantastic card. Alright. So... I suppose we just do this now. And then when he attacks, we response that 2/2. Well, we'll see what he plays first off. It's still going to be 5 damage. He's reading it. He might not like it. He might return it to my hand. They do have bounce spells. Okay, I see no reason to take all this extra damage. So, 5 damage to that dude unless you've got a way to dive down him or spell pierce maybe. And honestly, if you want to spell pierce that, that's fine. Okay. Still gonna take 3. That's not nothing. Unfortunately, what I'm drawing is stone nothing. But this is gonna help us catch up at least. We've got a Banefire for 6. We will not be blocking because we are attacking much stronger. I think we Banefire next turn. I don't think that thing is going to get retarded next turn as far as damage goes. So we're going to grow from the ashes kicked. Just to make sure if there's any kind of land destruction shenanigans, he's not taking out all of our white sources. And then attack for 5. And now next turn we have the reach to take him out as long as Goreclaw survives. Lag again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That means we can Banefire for 9. He's at 4. He could double block and still not kill it. That's game. Since we have just hurt him the whole game, I'm not going to do any more dominance establishing. That is how it rolls. Well, okay, that's how it's supposed to roll. That is not how it always rolls. Had a couple of decent games here so far. We've been recording about 20 minutes, so we will play another one. I like to end on a good note. That was about as strong as this game is, or as this deck is going to contend with something. Trying to determine if spot removal is a good thing, or if I should just leave it as is, where it's got a few board wipes, etc. I suppose I could run Settle the Wreckage and just mass wipers like that, not just Clarion. This is not a good hand. Even though it does have Clarion, that's all it's got, and that doesn't help us. This is a... better than... Oh, no. No. If we don't draw a land for the next 2 turns, I'll probably scoop it up, just say that was a bad keep. Nah. This is going to be over quickly. Playing against red-white. Black. I always called that color scheme Oros. Yep, we're done. Yeah, that was a risky keep, but I didn't really want to go to 5. If I had drawn lands, that Grow from Ashes would have brought us back, and then we had Circuitous Route even then. But we didn't. Not going to worry about that. Land screw happens. Bad hands happen. People keep bad hands because they're dumb. Happens. Look at me. It happened to me. That game didn't exist. Never happened. Yes, it did. It happened and we learned from it. There we go. I'm playing this Hate Crime. Hate Crime. Of all the names you could have come across, you landed on Hate Crime. Alright, we have actually a turn 2 ramp spell, which will get us into a Sarkhan's Unsealing on 3 if we draw a land. We will be revealing Ghalta to let them know we're not... Oh, there it is. Okay. Let them know we're not actually planning to do much. Whoops, wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, I think I'll reveal a dinosaur card. I think it'll be that one. And then we will go get our Tony Montagna. That is right, opponent. We are Naya. Hear us roar. So Vivien, oh goodness gracious. She is going to die so hard here unless we draw something good. That's something, but I wouldn't call it something good. Well, the good news is, with 2 Sarkhan's Unsealings, just about any of our creatures are going to wipe their board hard. Oh dear. Coming in for 2, aren't you? Okay. There's our land, so that's what we need. Do we play Vivien in plus and then... She gets knocked down to at least 2, possibly higher, depending on what they draw. We gotta dig. I mean, we just have to dig. Plus, it's possible she dies after this. Oh my god. He doesn't realize how far ahead on board he was at that time. I mean, yes, Sarkhan's Unsealing can do terrible things, but there was a chance I hit land there. And if I hit land... You know, belligerent Bronta not going to be played. He's an interesting concept card to add into Arcades, but no, he's just not good enough. He's a 4/6. He's not a defender, so he doesn't fit that role. I've been watching my CPU usage like a hawk. And when it lags really bad in Magic, for some reason, it has no reason. Like, my CPU is at 100%. I'll look where my mouse is. It's making it do weird things. Okay, so we have a turn 4 play. Yeah, we'll keep it. If this is a heavy control deck, which green is not known to be, then Goreclaw can kill things. Or then Goreclaw won't survive, but if not, he can do things. Okay. So this is quite clearly Golgari mid-range. There's the... Oh boy, that's where we're going to need Vivien. Or Carnage Tyrant to save this Rabid Bite. Yeah, the little stuff dies to Unsealing. Oh my goodness. We're going to just do nothing until 4? Yep. The Ranger comes. Ranger cometh. Attack for 3. Take 3. Okay, that's a play. Not my favorite. I usually like to kick that where possible, but I'm also not going to be waiting forever. We've got a red and a white source. If we drew a Clarion, that would be pretty good right now. We have a lot of very live draws. Clarion just gets better and better. Show me that Wild Growth Walker. Attacking for 6. We're going to 11. Oh, goodness gracious. This game hates us. Goreclaw is going to eat a kill spell. We're going to play the Unsealing. Take 7 at least this turn. Go to 4. Because then, if we do draw Carnage Tyrant or a 6-drop next turn... Alright, well, I guess actually Carnage Tyrant's pretty much the only one that saves us at that point. If he can destroy that end of turn with a trophy. Assassin's Trophy. Okay, he didn't. Sometimes they run... excuse me. Sometimes they run it, sometimes they don't. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Problems. Now we have to draw one of our own to block his. To wipe the board and block his. And we didn't. Play Goreclaw. Rabid Bite. Rabid Bite is going to kill one of the 3/2s. He kills one of the 3/2s. They attack for 7, 8. I can block 3 of it. That leaves 5 damage, depending on if he taps or sees that. Kill you. And kill you. If he attacks with both, it is over regardless of how we block. Okay, maybe he doesn't see it and he only attacks with the 7/6. In which case, oh my goodness, we live another turn. We can still draw Carnage Tyrant and start getting back into this sort of kind of maybe a little bit, but probably not a whole lot. Yep. Nope. We scoop it up. That was just not drawing anything, really. I mean, 2 Rabid Bites, they're nice and all, but let's face it, it wasn't enough. We needed our ramp and we needed creatures, so if you draw nothing, you play nothing, that's okay. Like I said, they can't all be good games, right? Throwing some trash away. Sorry for the noise. Arshsex? Wow. This dude's name is Arshsex. Drawing a land gives us 1 ramp. Got a Banefire to keep us alive a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I have hope that we can draw a couple more of these. Okay. Guessing there's an opt. Hardly seems worth paying 2 life for this early in the game, but you know, that's his call. I guess he saw that I was playing green and was in no worries. Okay. Surveilling 2, leaving 1 on top and putting Radical Idea in the graveyard. We are, once again, devoid of land, and that could have just been the nail in our coffin. Even this early, missing 1 land drop is all it takes. Because if he counters a Grow from Ashes next turn and we don't draw land, that's if we draw land this turn. Okay, we did. We're going to pay the 2 for it. If he counters this, don't know there's going to be much of a comeback. Yeah, that's fine. You can Radical Idea all you want to. Yeah, we're going to get the double forest because we need triple green for Pelakka Wurm. We're going to lag again. Next turn, Circuitous Route. If we don't draw land, we're actually okay. I mean, if we, we're sorta okay. Well, let's do this, I think. Just to bait the counter out, because now we've got our 5th land. Okay, no counters for our ramp spells. Hang on. I don't want to misclick. It's been doing this to me lately. 1, 2. Okay. And then we'll play a land. We're sitting on Pelakka mana. We're sitting on Carnage Tyrant +1. And a nice Banefire, too. So, he seems to be missing his lands a little bit. Okay. He's got 4. Is he going to play anything? Okay. This is clearly the Storm. 1,000-Year Storm. Get out of here. So I think the only thing that we need to be doing at this point is getting stuff out there as fast as possible. So he would lose, let's see, reduces it by 2. Oh my goodness, stop lagging. Okay, reduces it by 2. I think we got to get this out here first. Just for the biggest threat possible at the moment. Landfall. Pass. I can currently Banefire for 7. So that's 14 damage next turn. There's the Storm. We have probably 1 turn. Don't know if that's going to allow me to do this correctly. Yep, this is what we have to do. We have to do this. And if by some strange, weird miracle he doesn't kill me this turn, I think there's probably a 0% chance of that. Then we win next turn. But he's running some expensive spells. Okay, shock. You only have 1 red source left, so you better be using some draw spells. Okay. Drawing 4. Okay, I'm pretty sure he's got it now. He has an odd choice of, I don't like beacon bolts in that deck at all. Risk factor's good, though. I know how much fun that deck is, so even if we're certain that he's going to win, I'm going to go ahead and let him play it out. Okay, he wants to take out the worm, it looks like. I don't know, he was moused over it. Yeah, you gotta do math over there, don't you? If he has another Pirate's Pillage, he should cast it right now. Okay. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. I actually think because of that, we're going to win this game. Another little lag spike, little. Alright, well. There, but by the grace of R and Jesus, go I. He didn't have what he needed. He was playing spells that probably should not be in that deck. Arsex, if you're listening, you should not be running Beacon Bolt in that deck. That card cannot go face. Your red spells need to be able to go face. Otherwise, they can be things like Clarion, which will go to everything across the board, because if you multiply up on Deafening Clarions, then great. But, anywho, I probably will record another video or two with that deck. But that's the end of this one. We have seen the power that is Naya Ramp. I will include the deck list down, as always, in the comments section. You should definitely feel free to improve it. And my goodness, if you can tell me ways to improve it, I am all ears. And don't just say take out Sarkhan's Unsealing and put in good cards. That is not constructive criticism. However, I'm seeing Rabid Bite as not being amazing in this. Could probably just remove those for ramp spells or draw spells. You know, green needs to get some straight up draw spells. But I don't think there is much. With a little bit of ramp going on right now, I don't think that this is terrible to throw in as a one of. I'm sorry, not ramp, mill. Those blue mill decks going around, this is not terrible. You don't want to draw it, but, you know, you don't see a whole lot of mill. Beast Whisper would be okay, but we don't cast enough creatures to really get a lot out of it. Colossal Majesty. If you control a creature with power 4 or more during your upkeep, you're generally ahead on board as is most of the time. Black-green would be the one that has it. I could splash any color in this deck with the ramp that I run. So, I'll do some thinking about it, see what we can do. If I have to come up with a funky 4 or maybe even 5 color concoction, we can. But for now, we're sticking with Naya. It is Naya Ramp, brought to you by DreadBC. I hope you have all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.